Hello and welcome to Norwal Farm. Michael Walsh here with Roger Norgel, and welcome to our channel. In this week's video we're going to be vaccinating the fall-born lambs, and we'll be shifting the ewes, the ones that are in the barn that will be bred in January, and then the ones that are due in January will be going up to the barn. I forgot to mention in the opening video that we surpassed the 1,000 subscription mark on our channel, so thank you very much. That's very exciting for us. It does help our channel to grow, and we want to continue to reach out to people and share our activities here at Norwal Farm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, ring the notification bell, and hit the like button. That helps our channel. Also, if you would please leave us a comment and share this video with a friend. We are past the really deep freeze from the weekend. It's supposed to get up to about 20 degrees today, so that will be a good time to vaccinate the fall lambs. So let's get started. It is Tuesday, December the 16th, and a beautiful winter morning. 2 days ago our high was 0, and today it's supposed to be up in the 20s, and I think by Thursday we're supposed to be close to 40, which is crazy. So we're going to take advantage of the break in the weather, and we're going to vaccinate the October lambs down there in that smaller run-in shed today. Dogs are loving this weather. They actually like the really cold weather too. Freya, that's our Australian Kelpie right there. She's just really loving this snow. She just turned 10 months old, and she's just finishing up her first heat season. So once that's done, we're going to have her spayed. We don't plan to raise any puppies, but she's turning out to be a beautiful dog. We had started her in here, Freya, here. We had started her in herding classes, and due to the weather we just decided to stop because it's just too cold, and they don't train if it's below 30. So we're going to wait till next spring, and then we'll resume that. But she shows great potential. So we're going to get started feeding today, and then we'll vaccinate lambs. It's been 11 days since the lambs have been weaned, and their udders are looking very good. They're drying up really, really well. So, starting to get flaccid. So they're right on schedule. These are the ewes that we will be breeding January the 6th. So we've started them on a little bit of grain to get them in a slightly gaining condition that has been shown that it increases the number of eggs they drop and increases the lamb crop or lambing percentage. So they're doing really well. Later this week we will move these ewes down to the big run-in shed, and then the ewes that are due in January will come up here and in anticipation of lambing, which coincidentally starts on January the 6th as well. Goats are very happy in their run-in shed. Plenty of straw, the sun shining in. The thermometer in the barn with the sun shining on it said 40 degrees, so this is perfect. Lambs are doing good. This will be the first dose for the lambs, the October lambs. They got temporary protection through the milk from their mothers in the colostrum, but that usually wears off around 3 to 4 months of age. So they're 10 weeks old now. So they get their first dose today, repeat full dose in 3 to 4 weeks, and then an annual booster after that for any breeding animals. So that's what we're doing today. I wired this panel across here, so we'll just bring the lambs in here, crowd them, and I've got this gate shut behind them. And then they're just crowded in here, and I vaccinate them and mark them as I go. Go. There we go. Crowd them in here. There's enough room they can all stand singly, but they can't run around a lot. And then I'll just go through them and vaccinate them. Mark them as I go. It's very easy to get confused. All finished. It took me maybe 20 minutes total, start to finish. They stayed very quiet, minimal stress. So we'll have to repeat this in 3 to 4 weeks. Hello, it's Wednesday afternoon, December the 17th, and it's almost 40 degrees. So we're going to take advantage of the weather today, haul some manure out of this pen right here. These ewes will be going up to the barn this week, and I want to get this cleaned out, get some of this manure out of here before it gets too big. So we'll get to that today. I got quite a bit cleaned out of this lot on this side. Some of it's still frozen. I didn't bother to move the hay racks. You can see how much further down it is here, where the bottom of that bar is underneath the rack down to there. It's about that deep on the other side. So this will help. You've got dry footing again. Was able to get that gate open a little bit more. Able to open this gate fully because we'll need to open that to get the sheep out on Friday. So everything else looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see the compost pile like from there to there. So I've added to it quite a bit. So it's a good day for it. It was in the, probably got up to 40 today. A lot of melting going on. The right end of that pile there, all that brown, that's the manure I hauled today. To the left of that, that whiter pile, that's the old compost pile. So about half of that brown is what I hauled out of the lot today. This is a little ewe that was down on her body score, and she's had about 2 weeks of grain now, and impressed with how she's responded. You can still just see her hip bones just a little bit, but not nearly as prominent. So we've got her in a gaining condition, and she'll continue on grain with the rest of the ewes for another, well, right up to 2 and through breeding. We'll keep grain at least 3 weeks post-breeding. So got her in a gaining condition, and she's coming back really well. Good morning. It's Friday, December the 19th. Michael Walsh here, Norwal Farm with Roger Norgel. We've had roller coaster weather this week. Last Saturday, a week ago tomorrow, we had a high of 0, and then by Wednesday, it was up in the low 40s, and a lot of our snow melted that we had. And now today it's 10 degrees, and we've got a wind out of the west, about 20 miles an hour, so that's driving the wind chill down. So anyway, that's the way it is here in southeast Wisconsin. Take what we get. We're gonna unload this grain. I just picked up some grain, lay that in, and then today's the day we're gonna swap the ewes in the main barn down to the run-in shed and bring the ones down there up here. Those are the ones that are due to lamb, and they're due in 20 days, so we're less than 3 weeks away from lambing. We feed the same ration as a growing ration and also to the ewes. You can kind of see on there is rolled corn, roasted soybeans, oats, steam rolled barley, soybean meal, liquid molasses, and ammonium chloride. That's to prevent the crystals and blocking the urinary tract in the male lambs. And then Bovatech, that's a mineral, and it's also medication that helps reduce coccidiosis. So we found this works really well for us. I don't do a separate ration for the ewes. This is 16% protein, so you want a good protein source and energy in it. So the lamb creep feed is about 18% protein, a little higher, and the ones we just weaned, they're finishing up their creep feed. Once that's gone, then they'll go on to this grower. And we keep them on this right through as we're finishing them. We don't put them on a finishing ration. that tends to put more fat on them, and we really don't want that, so we just use this ration. So it works really well. We just have two basic rations, the creep ration, then the grower ration. We store it in these rubber garbage pails or cans. They're rodent proof and bird proof, so that protects them from that, keeps it dry. And then each can holds about 150 pounds, so I've got enough cans that'll hold a whole batch. I actually got 1,400 pounds on this batch because I thought I was lower than I am, and then I found about 300 pounds more that I didn't know I had, so it's no problem. This will keep, and it's cold weather, so it won't spoil. But anyway, that's our grain, and the ewes that are before lambing and lactating are on grain. And these ewes we just weaned and will be breeding. They're getting flushed right now, so they'll be on some grain for about 2 months. We do it during breeding, then about a month afterwards. And then the growing and finishing lambs and wethers and goats are on grain as well. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. These are the ewes that are due in January. So I had to get them out of the paddock. We just lock them in here, fed them their grain. Then I have to take one of these feeders down, probably the far one, and take it apart and take it up to the barn. Then we will bring the ewes that are in the barn down here, and then once we have them unloaded, we will load these ewes back up in the trailer and take them back up into the barn. Okay, I got the feeder taken down. It's collapsible. We'll load it on the tractor, take it up to the main barn, and then I've got the dry hay in here for the ewes that are coming down. The ewes that are going up to the barn will get baleage, so I'll bring that up after we've got them moved up there. So we're going to load the feeder on the loader and then hook the tractor onto the trailer, and we'll go up and load up those ewes in the barn. Got the trailer backed up here. This gate was nailed into the side. It's wired here, so I'll take that loose. And I got some straw we'll fill in down below there. And then I'll take some of those small gates there and wire that to the trailer, and then we'll make a little catch pen, and hopefully they'll jump in. Got that little straw ramp there. That'll block below. Up inside there. We'll get some of those panels here, bring back, and just make a little V or a squeeze just to drive them down, and hopefully they'll go away. Okay, we'll see if this works. Well, everybody is situated, so we got them all up here, but that's about everything we need to do until we start getting ready to breed the ewes we just took down. And we'll put the seeders in on them. I think it's the 26th of December, and then we pull them on the 7th of January, give them an injection of HCG, and turn the rams in the next day. And these ewes, the first one's due January the 6th, and there's one due on January the 8th, I think. But they're starting to form some udders, which they should. Then there's a few scattered out the end of January and then some through the first part of February. So we're going to call it a day. And thank you very much for joining us at Norwal Farm, and we'll see you next time.